Seeing that there is no story for Fable Heroes, let's talk about the controls instead. Now the controls are the standard button masher. X is light attack, Y is heavy attack, RT, LT is like the super attack, and of course you move around and you even roll around with the B button, and of course the moving is the thumbstick, and it's standard stuff. The thing is, the moving and the rolling just feels very stiff and slow, and it shouldn't, for something like this, a very zany, wacky beat 'em up, it shouldn't feel very slow, and that was my main problem with the controls. For the most part, it's okay, the button placement's good, but the movement is very, very stiff. So let's go and talk about the sound. Now, the sound itself, there is sound, don't get me wrong, but there is absolutely no voice acting at all in this game, and to be honest, that's a good thing, because if you look at the game, you see it's very kid-friendly. You would just think, oh, it's just going to be annoying kids doing the voiceovers, so thank God for that. I'm just going to say it right there. Thank God there's no voice acting. The sound design itself, it's good. You hear little beat-up sounds, little repetitive noises whenever you attack someone. You know, it's standard beat-em-up fashion. It's repetitive, but it's okay. And the soundtrack itself, it's very cartoony and kid-friendly and very whimsical, and I kind of liked it, to be honest. I actually started humming the tunes sometimes. So, you know what? The sound overall is okay. Let's go on to the graphics. Now, the graphics take a very cel-shaded, cartoony look to them, and to be honest, I actually kind of liked it. I thought it was really, really colorful, had a very cartoony feel, and reminded me of other recent games that had cel shading, like Darkness 2 and even the Walking Dead video game. But here it actually made more sense because it's a cartoony, E-rated kids game, and it looked pretty good. I like the design of the environments themselves. I really like the designs of the character models themselves. I really love all the attack effects and stuff, all the creature designs, how many creatures can be on the screen at once. It never really slows down during action too. So I have to say, the graphics are actually really damn good in this game. For $10, looks really good. So let's go on to the gameplay. Now the gameplay, it's a very standard beat 'em up type game. You start off with a character, you can actually pick one out of 4 characters. Some of them have different abilities, like one can shoot, one can use magic, one can attack with a hammer, one can use a sword. So you pick one of your characters, you go around with the 3 other characters that you didn't pick, who are AI controlled people or multiplayer controlled people, and you just go around beating up a bunch of things, going around beating up people or creatures, and getting coins when you kill them, and using those coins to use for upgrades later on in the game. And at the end of each level, you have to pick either one direction or the other direction, and one direction will lead you to a mini game, and the other one will actually lead you to a boss battle. And each one of these boss battles, if you pick them, it's like random, you don't even know which one you're picking, but if you pick the boss battles, they're all the same. They're all like, oh, just attack this big guy, and sometimes he'll hide and throw out some small guys you have to fight. And the mini games are all like stupid little mini games, like don't get killed by a exploding chicken, or just survive until everybody else is dead. So it's very simple stuff, really. It gets a little too, and it gets way too repetitive at times, and really it's just not all that fun. I mean, it gets fun sometimes when you're like killing a bunch of enemies and you're seeing all these coins fly around. You're like, yeah, I'm going to use these to upgrade. And also the upgrade system's really cool. It has like a very a board game style to it, which I thought was really, really cool. But for the most part, it's not that great. For $10, you could definitely do better than this game. It's very short also. It's about 2 hours long, and after you're done with the game, it only gives you like a different dark world mode, which just makes the game a little bit tougher. So really, the game isn't really completely worth the $10 unless you are actually playing with a bunch of friends. And if you're playing with friends, I could see this game being so much fun, just like cooperating, killing a bunch of things, making jokes, fighting about who's getting the coins and whatnot, and it could be fun. But if you're playing by yourself, or if you're playing with people you don't know, then you're not gonna have fun, especially with the camera. The camera is so annoying in this game, because if you're playing a multiplayer game with someone you don't know and they decide to go on without you, the camera will follow him and not you, and you'll just be stuck not knowing where you are. So overall, the game is okay for $10. It's an okay beat 'em up, but nothing amazing. So anyway, there's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye. Also, remember to follow me on Twitter and like my Gore the Movie God Facebook fan page. Links in the description. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.